First of all, a special thanks to Onion Games for sending us a review copy. For those who may not know, Onion Games is a Japanese indie studio responsible for titles like Dandy Dungeon and Blackbird, the latter being a title we reviewed years ago now. It's the latest game to be directed by Yoshiro Kimura, who was the scenario writer for Moon Remix RPG Adventure and a producer for No More Heroes 1 and 2. A lot of the games he has worked on have always been a little unusual, with his first directorial debut being the 2002 PS2 game Tulip, a game about going around town and kissing people. It was a weird game, but looks like Kimura is back at it again with Onion Games' latest title, Mon Amour, a game about flying through the sky and, well, kissing people. When I first heard about Mon Amour, I was certainly intrigued. The game's story revolves around this mustachioed gent in the boiler hat getting married to a princess, but on their wedding day, 3 witches appear and kidnap the princess and her 64 handmaidens, and it's up to the player to get them all back through the power of smooches. The game is not taking itself seriously with this premise or this art style. All the handmaidens are themed, whether they be animals, monsters, fish, a crab, a skeleton, King Poseidon. Wait, hold on a second. And as you lip smack with these girls, they launch their love all over the place, the angle depending on your angle as you come in to land on their face. The aim of the game is to clear as many levels as possible, while collecting as many hearts and girls as possible, all tallying up to a score and online leaderboard. Hey look, I'm in 5th place. I'm sure that will last forever. At its heart, Mon Amour is an arcade game. It doesn't take long to go a 50 level round, if you know what you're doing and how to play. The latter of which being that it's Flappy Bird. That's all you need to know. The strategy for scoring high, however, is not how far you get, but involves stacking up the love for as long as possible before collecting it, as the more hearts combined, the bigger they get and the higher they're valued. Players also need to avoid taking damage by hitting the encroaching buildings. After every canoodle, the walls close in around the player, and the only way to push the hazards back are through collecting big hearts or fruit. For some reason, each fruit type produces a bigger effect, with the offering invulnerability for a short while. Eat your potassium, Mario. However, it's not as easy as it may sound. Whether fruit gets distributed relies on RNG, even for the angle they are fired from, and this can leave them sometimes getting stuck in walls. And the game doesn't care if you're potassium deficient. It will close the gap to needle threading size. I mean, I'm sorry, but what do you want me to do here? The game encourages replayability, not just with the scoring system, but with snogging the girls, as there are 64 to collect across 50 stages. But if you do the math, that doesn't add up. That's because the 9th level in each 10 set is actually randomised, save for stage 49, which contains the princess. The game will randomly give you a sudden challenge, like a mini-boss, that's usually bizarrely themed. While this does promote replayability, it does make going for 100% a pain, as you may do multiple runs and not get any new girls to pet. At least you can look at the checklist, which also acts as a stage select. Here you can pick which level you want to begin the run on, which makes getting those missing stages much easier. Do I want to kiss her? Yes, please! Oh no. Now I'm scared. Another random element, both in when it appears and also why it's here, is the Death Note system. No, you're not killing people. Instead, you're being randomly told when someone in the world dies and how. For whatever reason, the game has a system that notifies you how far other players have made it through the game. I guess it's meant to act as a warning, although it doesn't really give you much to work with. Watch out for meteors? Yeah, I think that one's obvious. While this is a random addition that appears harmless at a glance, it actually brings with it a big problem. Offline play is a pain. The game is always looking to connect to online, both to upload your score and for these messages, and so if you're playing this title on the go, in offline mode, you may find yourself constantly being notified about your lack of internet. It really slows things down, which sucks, especially for such a short game. So, do I think this is a title that you should give a smacker to? Maybe. It all depends on your thoughts on classic arcade-style games. This is not a long title and is meant to be replayed several times, and if that's your jam, then give it a go. It's a shame playing offline is a pain because I feel like this game really fits the pick up and play style of mobile gaming, offering some quick fun for those short trips on the bus or car journey. However, if you're looking for something more deep, like Tulip or Moon, then this isn't that. It's quirky like those games, but that's all. I brushed my lips against this title and had a fun time, so now I'm sharing the love. Whether you want to accept that is up to you. I want to thank Onion Games again for sending us this copy to review. It is a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun writing this review. It was very silly. I want to thank everyone who watched this. Let me know in the comments below whether you're interested in this game, and let me know if you're also eating your potassium, because that's very important. Special thanks to all the wonderful patrons on screen right now. You can join them by following us on Patreon for $5 a month, or any amount really helps us. It doesn't have to be that. Also liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing, that also all helps us. And most of all, the best thing you can do is to remember to always return to the source.